Hi everyone, so my name's Tania and I am a 49-year-old mum of four young adult and teenage children and two step teenage children. So I have really spent a lifetime raising my children very much as a solo mum for a lot of years. And I remember when the children were young, I probably would have spent most of their lifetime actually raising them on their own, because even when I was married to their father, he worked a lot of the time and was away a lot for work. So I kind of raised the children on my own. And then as a solo mum, when we separated, I raised them on my own. And of course, at the time, it was really difficult. I understand what it's like to be on a benefit, to try and make ends meet just by doing little other jobs like cleaning houses and things like that when the kids are at school, and trying to make ends meet. And then, of course, working as a solo mum as well, getting a full-time job as a solo mum, putting my kids into childcare and having a sitter and having to pay for all that, but also having time away from my children. And I really, really found that difficult to do. So coming out of that, really, as a working mum, I felt that I missed a lot of years with my younger children, of course. And when this opportunity was really offered to me, at the time I was a working mum, and my daughter was going through some really difficult mental illness and really needed my support. I remember getting phone calls while I was at work with her in tears, not being able to understand what she's saying, like, honey, I have to work, and just wanting to be with her and wanting to be able to support her. But even when we were here, not really knowing how I could support her, but then that's a whole nother story. The other thing that I found was that not long before, I actually watched my dad pass away with cancer, and it was awful. He was a beautiful man. He was way too young to go. He was only 71 and he had so much life left in him, and my kids loved him. He spent a lot of time with the kids, and it was a time of reflection for me, because I realised how easy it is to lose your loved ones that soon, and how important it is to really spend the time that you've got with them and to look after your health so that you have got that time with them, so that you can feel like you want to spend that time. So when I discovered this opportunity, I saw this really as a way of being able to not just support my health, but also other people, and to be able to give them the opportunity to spend time also with their family and make the most of now and the time that we have right now. I was also really finding that I was stuck still in a job that was only going to pay me a certain amount, and I had all these concerns. My husband and I had dreams. And something I've always wanted to do, and something I've always loved doing, is experiencing things with my children, is offering them experiences, because I think experience is more important than things. So I would often, I'd take them on a holiday, and I know in the past, as a solo mum, I would save for months and months just to take them away for a 9-hour drive to Rainbow's End for a weekend. And so I wanted to be able to do more with the kids. Like, I wanted to be able to go away overseas, meet them in another country, or even take them away into another country and experience those things with them. And of course, on the income that we had, we weren't able to do that. Both of us really had a capped income. And so that was really important for me. The other thing that was really important was having a secure retirement. I'm watching my mum, and how, now that dad's gone, she's really struggling with that pension. It just doesn't pay enough. And, I want that, to not have to worry about money, to be able to do things with my kids, to be able to travel with my kids and not have to worry about money, not have to worry about where it's going to come from. And also having the time to spend with my grandchildren, my future grandchildren. I wasn't really in a position where I had the time as it was to spend with my own kids. So how on earth am I going to be able to spend the time with them as they're older and actually give them a break, and to be able to spend time with my grandchildren? So that was massive for me. And I guess the other thing that was really important was, you know, as a solo mum and kind of raising the children broke and on a benefit. And, you know, I look back on most of my life, and most of my life I was broke. And so my children have this great value for money, but what they don't have, what they do have that's not so good is a poverty mindset, because that's where I came from. And so for me, I want to teach them now that there's a better way, there's a smarter way of making money, of creating an income, of living the life that you want, creating the lifestyle that you want, spending time with your children so you don't have to go off and trade an hour for dollars, an hour of your time for dollars. It just doesn't make sense to me anymore. And so I really want to be able to empower my kids to create a better future for them and their families. So this was an incredible opportunity for that. And so for me, my life has changed so much since I said yes to this. It's been now about 25 months, and I spend more time with my daughter. She's 17 now, so she'll be going off to uni, but I know that I'm here for her, because I know, you know, that whole social anxiety around going to uni, and that is huge for her, and she's always needed me. So now I know that I'm still here for her. I'm also available anytime the kids need help with anything. Like, I've got my son moving back home at the moment, and so, you know, I'm available for that. I've just got the time. I don't have to worry about finding the time off to just do what it is that we need to do. And, you know, every Christmas I would work. I don't have to worry about working over Christmas anymore. I can just spend it with my children. So that for me is really massive. To actually be in a financial position also, we're in a better financial position now to be able to say yes to them, to support them with things that they need. You know, if they find themselves financially strapped, to be able to say, yes, it's okay. I can help you out. We can help you out. It's okay. And the other really awesome thing I love about it is that I get to leave a legacy to my children. So, you know, this is bequeathable. It means that I can actually leave them my business. And I mean, how many times can you do that? That's a really difficult thing to do. So I'm really happy that this is something that I can pass on, so that it's going to be forever living, not just with me, but in my children and their children, and who knows, their children, who knows how big it could get. But just being able to give more when I'm not here is a really beautiful thing. So I'm really blessed to have created this lifestyle and this financial security and so many better choices. We can dream now, and those dreams of me being able to give my kids more and have experiences with my kids is just incredible. It's an incredible feeling, because I know what it feels like when you feel absolutely stuck, like you can't dream, like it's just getting from day to day, from payday to payday, trying to pay the bills and not really having much joy or dreaming in the meantime. I can dream again, and it's a beautiful feeling. Thank you so much for listening.